I'm not gonna pull any of these in match, am I?
Just listen what's called the years, the word of the guy who was hated by the god of failure. Just lean.
Season 3 is the revelator of Stride, and that is no exaggeration whatsoever. Not only is Johnny in the game, but the base game strategy is totally different. Now that your burst gauge is more important than ever. If you've kept up with Stride recently, or watched my other videos, you'll know about the 2 new system mechanics in Stride. But there's a lot more to it than that, especially the new changes that complement these new additions. So sit back, leave a like, sub to the channel, and let's firstly talk about the changes to the burst gauge. So the first thing you're going to notice when you enter a match is your burst gauge is a bit different now. Amongst the new flames, there's a tiny green flame in the middle, this being a marker for when you're allowed to use the new mechanics. You're probably thinking, why would I use my precious burst gauge for anything but bursting? Well, to encourage that use, they've made billion bursts so easy now. Not only do you get a chunk of your burst gauge back every time you get wall splat, positive bonus also affects your burst gauge. That paired with the finishing blow of a charge just combo now giving positive bonus, and gold burst now gives you positive bonus as well, no longer granting you full tension gauge, there's quite a lot of chances to get your burst back. That and burst rate gain over time is straight up just faster. Now, that seems like overkill, and it is, and to balance it out, negative penalty now completely drains your burst as well. Blue burst, in addition to being full screen in range, doesn't refund any burst gauge back on a hit, and wild assault slightly depletes your opponent's burst gauge on a hit or block. Wait, what? Wild assaults are a big deal. They add a whole new layer to the game, and not just in combos. They've effectively replaced burst safe routes. Now that blue bursts can't be whiffed anymore, just sneak in a wild assault during your combo and you deny them from bursting completely. It's more of a denial than bait, but I'd argue it's just as strong, cause they can't call it out like a bait and delay your burst. Now there's that, but when you use it to break a wall, it causes a hard knockdown on area shift, as if you use an overdrive. Now you don't need to sacrifice Oki to retain tension anymore. And this is available to everyone, but unlike Deflect shields, there's some differences amongst the cast. There are 3 different wild assaults to be exact, and each of them can be held down and get a slightly different effect at the cost of a slower startup. You can tell them apart by the color of your sigils. Blue, guard crushes and block, and staggers and hit. When charged, it launches vertically and hit, before causing a hard knockdown. And you can cancel it into anything. Normals, jump, super jump, backdash, super, special, but you can't dash cancel it. These are the characters that have the blue wild assaults. Orange. This is just like the blue one, but worse. Let me explain. It doesn't guard crush and block, doesn't stagger and hit, but when charged, it launches more horizontally and hit, so it's good for a corner carry. It also has the fastest startup amongst the 3 wild assaults, so that's cool. It can do all the cancel stuff that the blue can do, but without the stagger and guard crush. These are the characters that have the orange wild assaults. White gains invul frames shortly after a startup, guard crushes on block, and just hard knocks down and hit, regardless if it's charged or not. When held down or charged, it launches vertically, same with the blue, but unlike blue, it can't cancel into anything. And these are the characters that have the white wild assaults. Basically the big bodies. I'd say heavy, but they removed the weight system. I feel that's kind of important. There are no more weight classes in Stride. Everyone is a normal weight now. Which means if a combo works in May, it's gonna work in Pod 2. There's a couple of reasons why they would have done this. It obviously makes labbing easier, but I'd imagine it'll be a lot more easier to balance characters this way, especially now that they're gradually adding new themes to the game, like how they added new special moves. Arxis said in their trailer that 6 characters from the base roster are getting new special moves. We talked about 5 of them in my previous video, but we didn't know who the 6th one was, or we were still speculating. But now we know who it is. But what Arxis didn't tell us is that there are actually 7 characters with special moves. The 6th one being Giovanna, and the 7th one being Zato. Yeah, Zato has a new move now. During Break the Law, you press 2-2 or down and you switch places with Eddie. And as for Geo, yes, it is indeed a command dash, but the special thing about this one is it's special cancelable. And when you cancel it into another special move, that special move becomes enhanced. Sounds familiar? Another thing to take note of is Angie's new move, in addition to being throw and strike invulnerable, it's plus. Angie mains are about to be robbing games like pirates. Oh shit, the pirate! Alright, here's a secret Johnny tech. When you're in the character select screen, you select Johnny, press up, and he gets a beard. Use color 5, and you get Snoop Dogg. Johnny is as cold as ever in any game he's in, and as you saw in the intro, he shits damage. But it can be tricky when you get into the card stuff, but you pick it up easily. I always forget he has the cards because of Vulcan and Senga. It is so good to hit. Johnny right off the bat is a strong character, and gameplay aside, his presentation is wild. He's currently in the standing for best intro in Stride. I mean, look at this. Lycan's got competition. And that's not all. His Overdrive, that's my name, has 2 different animations depending on what side you perform it on. There's so much attention to detail for this character. And not just the character, the menus look a lot cleaner. It's still not the metal aesthetic that we're used to, but it's better than before. Oh yeah, now that Johnny's in, I wonder who's gonna be the boss of his arcade mode. Oh, it's May. That's cute.
A few moments later.
What the fuck is going on?
Faster and faster, dude. It's like moving backwards.